Okay, yeah, we'll obviously have to talk about the new record that you actually announced at Wacken. Called The Last Will and Testament. So I guess since you're doing a lot of interviews for the promotion, you have to make your own thoughts about the album and what you're going to tell people. So let me ask you first, what makes this new Opeth record the best Opeth record to date?
Well, I mean, our goal is always to make a record that it has some fresh elements on it that it doesn't sound exactly that any other record. And I think we managed one more time to do it with this one. And it feels good at the time to make this record, to in a way step up from the last 4 records style of music and do something different.
Yeah.
It's always good to get fresh air once in a while. You know? And I think this time we managed to do it, so it feels good.
Yeah. You absolutely nailed it. But you actually manage it every time. You know, in every Opeth album, ever since I've known you guys, there's always something new and always something different that you try out, and that's very, very cool. But what makes this one stand out? Why is this even better than the ones you did before?
Well, I mean, I don't like to compare, because I think every record we done is, for me at least, it feels special for the moment, you know. And but this one, I don't know if it's the best one we done, but I think it's one of the best at least. But what makes it different, I don't know, is maybe we're older, you know, we get, you learn, you improve as a musician, and I think we all did, we all do, let's say, and then the compositions are really good. I really like the new way of composition, the songs, and bring in the kind of a little bit of the old elements to the new kind of elements together. I think it's a good combination of a little bit of the whole career, maybe.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's in my ears it sounds like the most complete Opeth album, if you know what I mean, since you actually managed to get everything that Opeth has ever done into this record, except for maybe the guitar harmonies, the twin guitar harmonies that were much more present on the first 2-3 albums, I think. But the rest of it, you can hear everything that Opeth has ever done, and still new stuff as well, which is very, very awesome. I heard it 3 times now, and I still didn't get everything, so I'm really enjoying exploring this new album. It's really, really fun to listen to. Since you mentioned also the new stuff, new aspects, new instruments, what can you actually tell us about it? So far, I could distinguish a harp. I don't think I have ever heard a harp in Opeth before.
No, that's true. In this first time,
Yeah, paragraph 5, is it? No, 4. Yeah. 4 or 5, I don't remember.
Yes.
I get confused with the names, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's number 4.
Yeah, the one with the Jethro Tull, Ian Anderson's flute solo as well, right? Yeah, it's brilliant. How do you actually manage to fit in all these ideas, all these different instruments into a song or an album and still sound like it should have been there, you know? Even the flute solo. Flute isn't that popular in this kind of music, but it fits.
It does. I mean, but that's a little bit of the way of Opeth music. I mean, we have flute in Heritage, for example.
Yeah, but not like a crazy one like this one. I mean, Jethro, Ian Anderson's play style is very emblematic, I think.
Yeah, it's different. But still, this is the second time we have flute, and then orchestra we have orchestra in lots of records as well. Harp is the first time, but I mean, it's the way Michael writes music, you know, it's the way he writes, and he managed to fit these instruments well in the music, in the compositions, which is great. I mean, it's impressive in a way.
Yeah, kind of.
But this album, it's a lot of stuff new. But as we talked earlier, I mean, about this kind of taking the old elements, but it's a few things that is not the same at the same time, because we don't have much acoustic guitars, for example, on this album.
True, yeah.
Compared to the old Opeth sound.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we experiment in that way a little bit, not having those much, because acoustic guitars is a big part of the Opeth sound. For instance, the bass sound is completely different compared to what I used to have in the past as well.
Yeah.
But I think it's still sounds like Opeth. That's the main thing. That's the good thing.
Exactly. Yeah. When it comes to the bass, did you actually contribute anything else to the album apart from your bass tracks?
Well, I have a little bit of singing as well. I don't think you can hear it really, but everybody sings.
Yeah, I wanted to ask about that, because I know that Michael has always been behind you to put in some vocals as well.
Yeah. This time it was really fun. It's like two different parts, like a choir stuff. And everybody in the band is involved, even Waltteri.
Okay.
Which was really fun, to do. Cool. First time ever,
Yeah. How did it feel?
Yeah, I mean, at the first I was like, come on now, I'm gonna destroy the album now. But yeah, it was fun. I mean, as I say, it's not that obvious in the mix, so it's all good.
Yeah. I couldn't recognize your voice, but now I know where to listen, so I'll pay more attention even.
Yeah.
So what about live vocals? Will you contribute any live vocals soon as well?
Not sure yet. We haven't started rehearsing the new songs yet, so we don't really know how it's gonna be. It's a tricky thing rehearsing songs for live shows, because sometimes it's a lot of stuff going on in the recording, so we need to kind of adapt it to the live version. So we will see. We will start in 2 weeks the rehearsals, so
okay,
we'll see what's going to happen.
Do you have any idea which songs you're going to play live yet, or will you just perform the entire album since it's a concept album this time?
I mean, we're doing now an American tour, and I think it's only gonna be the 2 singles so far. But that depends also. We'll see how it goes on the rehearsals. But in the future, next tours, I mean, I don't think we will do the whole album, really. But we will at least try to play a few songs of it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You mentioned Waltteri already, so he put in some vocals as well, but what was he like as a drummer? You've been touring with him now for a few years, but this is the first time recording with him. How much influence did he actually bring into the new album?
I mean, he brings a lot of energy to this band since he came in, and that, I think, is one of the reasons why we do this album right now. He has something to do with it, He brings some fresh energy. He's young. He's wants to play heavy, and that influences us as well. And being with him in the studio has been great. I mean, he's such a good drummer. It's amazing. He's been practicing this album for half a year, and then he came into the studio and play the songs from start to end, perfectly.
Okay.
So it was really, really impressive to see. Nice. And really inspired as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes it's not a bad thing when you get a new spirit into the band, which brings a lot of new energy. So you all feel younger again, I guess, with him around.
In a way, yeah.
Yeah. How does he? I know it's really hard to compare musicians, but I mean, you've played with several drummers now in Opeth. So how does he compare to Axe and Martin? In the studio and also playing live with them.
Yeah, I mean, I think Waltteri is the most complete drummer as musician we ever had. He's technical. Is impressive how good he is with the double kicks and the technical stuff. But also he had the soft and kind of more when he goes into the kind of more feeling kind of playing. So it's really complete and it's really stable with the tempo. Really stable. It's like amazing. So for us, it's really easy to play with him. Really easy. And I think the old songs sounds better than ever. I don't think we ever sound so good with any of the older songs.
Yeah.
So he brings a new kind of I mean, the barrier is more up, right now. It's like, so he's amazing.
Yeah, I can agree. I saw you guys 3 times with him now. And do you remember the venue in Utrecht in the Netherlands?
Yeah.
You know where the public, where the audience is almost all around the stage.
Yeah.
And I was sitting actually behind you, so I was seeing the whole band from behind, and I had a perfect view at Waltteri. So I was actually so impressed. I was watching him all the time during that show, which was very impressive to actually see what he does with his feet and his hands all the time. Because when you're in the audience, usually you don't see much of the drummer.
Yeah.
But in that venue, it was amazing to watch him play as well.
Yeah, it's impressive to see.
Really cool. What I find a little bit sad is that this time around it's only in English, the album. Why did you choose not to continue in Swedish?
I think that was one of a kind thing, for that album from Kauda Venom. As I said before, I mean, we don't like to repeat ourselves as much. So that was one of the things that album had, as a fresh ingredient. But this time, I don't think it's gonna be. I think that we'll continue to do it. But maybe in the future, you never know.
Okay.
Maybe another album,
It's a pity because I actually preferred the Swedish one over the English one. I think it sounded more authentic because when you can write in your own native language, you can express yourself a little bit better, I guess.
Yeah, at least in that album, I agree. I mean, I only listen to the Swedish version when I listen to Kauda Venom.
Okay.
It sounds much better.
Yeah.
But,
Okay. Well, maybe another time in the future then.
Yeah.
All right. As usual, I'm guessing there are some leftover tracks which will be put onto some deluxe version or something like that later on.
I mean, we did record 2 songs, but I'm not sure it's gonna be out or not in a special edition. We actually record the Napalm Death cover.
Oh, okay.
You Suffer.
You actually recorded it, okay.
Yeah, that was quick.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Did you get everything right, yeah? One take?
I hope so, yeah. I haven't heard it yet.
All right.
But I don't know. I mean, we talking about we didn't record any other songs in the studio, but we were talking about maybe doing on our own, in home studios or rehearsal room, just record for ourselves in the future. So maybe we will do some other songs to add some special edition, but at the moment we don't have any like ready.
It would be strange if there wasn't some kind of extra edition without bonus tracks, because I think there's been bonus tracks ever since, I don't know, I don't remember the last Opeth album that didn't get any bonus tracks.
Yeah, we usually do that.
Okay. Speaking of old stuff, you have actually released some albums in 5.1 surround versions. Is there any plan to release the first 3 albums in that format as well?
I haven't heard about anything about that, but I mean, once in a while labels want to do those stuff, so maybe yes, but I haven't heard anything about that yet.
So you're not really talking about stuff like that. It's mostly the label that comes up to you guys and says, "Hey, what about reissuing this album in this and that format?" Or how does that work?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you're now preparing for the tour, which is going to start in America, and then beginning of 25, you're coming back to Europe. And I think I'm going to see you at least on 2 occasions, but I still am waiting for another date in Luxembourg. It's been 8 years now since you've been to Luxembourg. Is there any hope for us here to see you again soon?
I hope so. I mean, this upcoming European tour is only covering just a few countries on the continent, so we definitely need to do a second round at some point. So yeah, hopefully we will cover most of the rest of the countries that we usually visit and the next one. But I'm not sure when it's going to be yet. It's not scheduled really yet, but yeah, I mean, we like to play everywhere.
Yeah. But I recently listened to an interview that I did with Michael a few years ago, actually 2016 when you were in Luxembourg. And I remember he told me that he didn't find any record shops in Luxembourg, so maybe that's the reason why you haven't come back yet.
I don't think that will stop us to visit Luxembourg.
But there is actually one. There is one. So next time you come to Luxembourg, okay. I will show you.
Yeah, good. Good call.
Okay. What about, I asked you this in 2019 already, I think, but it's 5 years ago now, so there's another reason to celebrate Still Life. What about this year, or maybe early next year? Is there anything going on to celebrate its 25th anniversary?
I haven't heard anything. We haven't talked about that yet, really. I mean, we're so concentrated on the new album right now.
Yeah, I can imagine.
The focus is on the new album for the tour. I mean, we need to cover, to manage to visit so many territories as possible.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure. I doubt we could do something like that in between, at least the new album.
Yeah, it's bad timing for an anniversary stuff happening, I think.
Yeah, maybe on the 30th anniversary.
Yeah.
5 more years.
Okay, what are 5 more years? They pass by so quickly.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Martin, I thank you very much for the time you took today.
Yeah, thank you, man.
And I hope that all goes well during the tour. That I think the fans are excited about this record more than ever. I know many people are especially happy because of the growls. But, you know, at this point, I couldn't care less because I know everything you publish is going to be good, no matter if there are growls on it or not. So, yeah. I'm really looking forward for the release. And
yeah, me too, man. I'm really excited to release it and share it with all of you.
Yeah. Hope to see you soon. Maybe in Luxembourg. If we don't see each other in Luxembourg, maybe in Cologne or Brussels.
Awesome, man.
Awesome. Okay,
thank you
Martin.
so much.
Yeah, thank you too, man. And have a good weekend.
Yeah, same for you.
Yeah.
Take care.
See ya.
Bye.